NK Telco Sports welcomes you to our coverage of high school basketball, where the Marion Local Flyers will take on the Botkins Trojans. Tonight's game brought to you by the following sponsors: First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, Grand Lake Health Systems, and NK Telco, all bringing you basketball from the Botkins Athletic Complex. I'm Dave Helmstetter. With me tonight, Rich Bensman. Marion Local, they come in at 3-4. They got some great size and talent in Austin Niekamp and Jack Kanapke, but they've got some inexperience in the backcourt, Rich, and that's the concern, as well as turnovers for head coach Kurt Gottemiller.
Yeah, he was talking about kind of eliminating the turnovers, via live kind of turnovers is what he was talking about. So they just got to take care of the basketball a little bit better.
The turnovers have slowed the Flyers down here in the early part of the season against some good teams. And the big question is, how well will they play against a Botkins backcourt? Trojans do a nice job in the backcourt, and they have played solid basketball. They stand at 8-1, only loss on the season. It comes at the hands of a very deep and talented Russia squad who continues to remain unbeaten. Botkins took them right down to the wire before losing by 5. But Botkins has a great backcourt in Colin Dosig, who had a big night against Fort Recovery, and also Ryland Paul, just to name 2.
Yeah, Ryland Paul has had a few games now where he's been in double figures. I think it's 7 out of the last nine games. So he's already taken 7 or 8 charges on the year. And I talked to him today a little bit, Dave, and his goal is to get 20 charges for the season.
And he's standing at about 6-7 right now, so that's a good goal. We're just a little bit less from the halfway point of this season. And what is tonight really a very interesting non-league matchup, as the crowd rises to their feet, as we will have our national anthem, as Botkins and Marion Local Flyers come into tonight at 3-4. Botkins stand at 8-1, and only one league loss, 5-1 to Russia. Flyers, on the other hand, playing catch up a little bit on the schedule. They've got lots of basketball this week. They stand 0-1. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as the crowd rises to their feet, we'll have our national anthem on NK Telco Sports.
Hometown Opportunity serves Mercer County, Auglaize County, Darke County, and Shelby County.
The website as a whole is pretty user-friendly. I was able to filter down my options, see what types of jobs were out there for me in the area.
It really opened up my eyes to the employer market around here.
We know that our local candidates, a lot of times, are most successful candidates because they want to come here and stay.
It's become the go-to site for anybody looking for a job in the region.
That was Rosalind Rupert, if I heard the name correctly, doing the national anthem. Junior high student at Botkins, doing a fine job. Line rendition of the national anthem here. Nice crowd for a Tuesday night. Got some good basketball coming up. This will guide you through tonight's activities. Junior varsity contest, it was a thriller. Botkins remained unbeaten on the season, winning in overtime, 40-38. Marion Local's freshman scored a 31-18 victory in the freshman game earlier tonight. And now our starting lineup for the Marion Local Flyers: number 4, Daniel Everman, team leader in assists with 26.
Number 15, Grant Kramer.
Number 12, Kyle Oddie in the starting lineup. Now number 15, Grant Kramer, 10.3 points per game. And number 23, Austin Niekamp. Austin averaging 13.1 points per game. 27 against St. Henry. And number 24, Andrew Coleman, also a starter. And of course, a notable absence is Jack Niekamp. in the lineup for the Flyers. Solid big man in the middle. Experiencing an injury. So now the starting lineup for the Botkins Trojans. Head coach Bill Groves in his third season, 48-14 with the boys program. Career record here at Botkins, 91-43. Always exciting. Introduction to starting lineups here at Botkins. Paul, number 2. Scored in double figures in 7 out of his last 9 games. Number 3, J.J. Meyer. He comes into tonight's game averaging 7.7 points per game. And number 1, Colin Dosick. Against Fort Recovery in their win, averaging 16 plus on the season. Number 14, Russell Leonard. His career high of 14 points game against Riverside. And in the middle, number 24, Jordan Herzog, averaging about 5 rebounds a game for the Botkins Trojans. So we're set. Marion Local and Botkins. Let's move on to our keys to the game tonight. Brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. First for the Marion Local Flyers.
Yeah, Coach Gottemoller was talking about eliminate easy baskets via some live turnovers, play good transition basketball, and then offensive rebounding success.
And for the home team, the Botkins Trojans and head coach Bill Groves.
So one of the keys were to take care of the basketball, defensive rebound, 1 shot per possession, try to eliminate those second chance points, and then transition defense.
Those are keys to the game tonight, all brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Botkins will have the basketball. They win the tip. Out front, Dosick for 3, shot no good, rebound comes down to the Flyers.
Both teams now playing man-to-man defense. Botkins kind of runs that motion offense around the free throw line.
Inside it goes to Niekamp. 15-footer, shot no good, a rebound. Comes down to the Trojans. Herzog back over to Meyer. Dosick. He'll handle the ball, goes inside. Baseline pass to Herzog for 3.
It's a good drive baseline and a dish out to the corner.
Herzog with the 3, and Botkins, who has had some great starts here on their home floor this season, jumps out to a 3-0 lead. Adi out front, he'll get it to Niekamp. Niekamp working inside on Herzog, short jumper, no good. Flyers missed their first 2 shots. Ball with the basketball. Ryland will pull it back out. He'll go inside over to the left side and Dosick.
And a little staggered screen for Dosick there on that particular entry.
Dosick, short jumper is good. Everman goes to the floor, and the Flyers looking at a 5-0 deficit. Up court it comes. Nice pass to Niekamp, and the Flyers easily break the pressure.
Kind of a 4-out-1 in offense.
Niekamp back over to Everman. Outside shot by Kramer is short. The rebound comes down to the Trojans. Dosick will work the baseline against Adi. There's Lenhart. Short jumper is good.
Nice little cut to the strong side block there by Lenhart.
Botkins they're getting scoring from a lot of different sources, and that just makes it so much easier for a team with the balance that they've had. Flyers have a turnover in the early going, is not able to get it across the timeline. And just like that, Rich, it's 7-0.
Yeah, and that's just a little full court pressure, probably just to delay them a little bit. It's not really necessarily overwhelming for steals or anything.
Dosey moves inside, easy bucket.
And he's got really good body control.
Alan Dosey, Everman up court. Niekamp to the baseline. Niekamp back out front. There's Kramer. Shot no good. A rebound comes down to Dosey.
And that's got to be Botkins basketball.
Ball tipped out of bounds. Flyers will retain it, or rather, the Trojans will keep it. Early rebounding battle. I've got it 5-1. Botkins.
Yeah, and then one of the keys is, he said, defensive rebounds. Only limit one shot per possession, and they're definitely doing that.
Herzog, he'll bring it up court. Niekamp on him. Goes to the left side and Paul as they try to get a little extra pressure on Paul. J.J. Meyer back over to Paul. Paul looking inside. There's a fierce battle going on there between number 14, Russell Lenhart, and number 24, Andrew Coleman. That's his first, team's second.
Pretty impressed right now with Botkins' perimeter and guard play.
Herzog working on Niekamp. We'll get it back out to Meyer. Meyer, end of the lane, gets it to Lenhart. Lenhart will get it back to Meyer, almost mishandled.
Yeah, that's
ball
not
tipped
very
out
good.
of bounds there by Coleman.
Yeah, not very good floor spacing that time within their offense.
A little bit too close to make that work. Meyer will inbound it to Paul. Paul to the corner, and Meyer.
Pretty wide open on that slip screen.
Back out front and got a whistle. Let's see what this is.
That foul call on Marion Local, number 15, Grant Kramer, at his first, team's third.
Kramer will pick up the foul, his
So,
first,
into
team's
the
third.
game for Marion Local, number 22, Mitchell Ranley.
Mitchell Ranley will come in and Adi will go out.
Let's definitely get into the flex action out of the out of bounds play right there. So now they're running a straight flex.
Herzog, Niekamp to the floor. Herzog goes inside. Lenhart shot blocked.
That foul call on Botkins, number 24, Jordan Herzog, at his first, and team's
Herzog
third.
picks up his first team foul. And again, Botkins going to apply a little man-to-man pressure here.
Now that was a little bit more denial. They were face guarding, and Marion Local just kind of turned that over right there. Marion Local's definitely wanting to get that ball advanced up to the half court with a pass each time. That time just got a little careless and passed the ball.
Meyer. He'll feed it over to Dosey. He'll dump it inside to Lenhart. Defense collapses on him. He puts it up and in, but it's going to be a jump ball.
That's a jump ball, and that'll be Marion Local basketball. Substitution
How
into the
Marion
game
Local
for
handles
Botkins,
this
number 34,
pressure.
Grant
It
Flora.
went from more of a controlled pressure now to a little bit more face guard denying. So obviously, when you send someone deep like that, you can't poach on deny on the ball.
Dosek's three is no good, but there's going to be a foul inside. Two players went to the floor. That's going to be against Marion Local.
That
That'll be
foul call on
against-
Marion Local, number 24, Andrew Coleman,
Be
at his
against
first,
Coleman. That's his
and team's
second.
fourth.
Off the bench comes a freshman, Cale Arns, at 6'1".
See if this turns into the flex action like last time. Ryland Paul kind of fakes a limp. It's a cross screen.
Grant Flora into the Botkins lineup, number 34. Dosey. Back out to Paul. Everman on him. Dosey puts it up, rolls around and out. or rather Paul puts it up. Rebound battle up and in by Grant Flora.
See, there's the advancement up to the half court. That's what Marion Local wanted to do to break that pressure.
11-0 run to start this one for Botkins.
They're running that kind of a motion offense around the free throw line area, hoping to get a back cut there.
Niekamp, shot no good. Rebound to the Flyers. Everman will put it up, and with 2:51 to go, Everman gets the Flyers' first basket of the night.
And they actually had an offensive rebound there, too, for some second chance points, which is probably what Coach Gattermiller wants to see them do a little bit more.
Ball, jumper's going to be short. Dosick grabs the rebound. It's going to go out of bounds. That'll be Marion Local ball.
Checking back into the game for
Noah
Marion Local is
Top
number 12,
will come into the
Hadi.
lineup.
Checking into the Trojans, number 23, Noah Top.
Noah has been on an absolute binge for the Botkins Trojans. He had 17 against Rushi, 5 out of 6 from the field, and 15 on the road at Anna. 11 for 15 from 3 in his last 3 games, averaging 12 points per game. Marion Local with the basketball.
A lot of, there we go, try to get a little lower post touch than that. He needs to try to bury him a little deeper on the block.
Niekamp, turnaround, no good. Trojans just dominating the board. Top open, shot doesn't go.
Out of bounds, that'll be Botkins basketball.
Grant Kramer will come back in for Marion Local, as does Andrew Coleman.
And number 15,
Austin Niekamp will catch a breather. Inbounds pass to Meyer. Into the lane, back over to Top. Top gets it to Paul. Meyer for 3. Shot no good. Rebound to the Flyers. Hadi with it out front.
A lot of that motion around the free throw line area right now. The spacing seems to be
Kramer.
a little tight.
Oh, make that number 24, Andrew Coleman. Number 24 connects, and it's 11-5. Paul back out to Meyer into the lane, shoots it to Paul for 3. Ryland Paul missed his first 2, but he hits that 3, and it's 14-5 Botkins.
Really good drive and a kick there for Botkins.
Ball on the floor. It's going to be a foul on Grant Flora. I think that's a good call. Even though the hometown folks really did not care for it. Aggressive play by the Trojans.
Number 23, Austin Niekamp. And number 4, Daniel Everman.
Daniel Everman back into the lineup, number 4.
Oh, that was a little flare screen.
Niekamp working hard. He's going to lose it. Top had it, but it's going to be out of bounds, so it'll stay with Marion Local.
And so they ran a little flare screen for Niekamp there on that series offensively.
Everman, he'll toss it in. Niekamp. Kramer with it. He slips, and he's going to be called for travel. Tough break for the Flyers.
Substitution back into the game for the Trojans, number 24, Jordan Herzog.
Braden Mesher was just a moment away from being in this game as Mesher rather, he played extensively in the junior varsity contest.
Yeah, Botkins is going to play for 1 right here, right now.
Meyer out front. Herzog has it. Trojans can afford to be patient. They have a 9-point lead. Opening quarter of play. Back out to Meyer. Clock at 3. Meyer puts it up. Shot no good. Rebound no good. And that's going to end our first quarter of play. Botkins 14. And Marion Local 5, you're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Marion Local coming out with a little more defensive pressure here on the ball and off the ball.
Dosick with the basketball. He'll feed inside the ball for the easy bucket.
It's a really good backdoor. So once again, it's just a controlled kind of man-to-man press by Botkins. See if Marion Local can maybe get some inside-out play here.
Mitchell Ranley, number 22 in the lineup for the Flyers. Out front it comes. Kramer over to the right side and Adi. Out front Niekamp. He'll shoot the 3 and connect.
That offense has got kind of the old swing offense kind of look to it, where you have kind of a screen on the wing cutting through.
Dosick goes inside, and the Trojans' lead is at 10 points. Kramer, shot no good. Rebound. Herzog will grab it.
We have one guy going to the offensive boards right there for Marion Local.
Andrew Pullman will come back in.
Substitution checking back in for Marion Local, number 24, Andrew Pullman.
Inbounds pass coming up for Grant Kramer. He'll toss it into Mitchell Ranley. Everman brings it up court, guarded by Meyer. Pullman back out front. With it is Kramer.
See, did they get that cross screen and then they immediately get that down screen for that shot right up there, right there. From last time it was Niekamp.
The basketball is Ranley.
There it is again.
Outside is, well, they just can't get an open shot.
No.
Botkins' defense is doing the job. They connect on that one, and Pullman has hit his second 3 in back-to-back quarters, 2 for 2. But that shot keeps getting backed out further and further.
Yeah. You know, on that kind of that cross screen run, that elbow area where they're trying to muddy it up a little bit below the elbow, probably a little more hard cutting to the block, but that down screen's what's going to be open for Marion Local.
Meyer inside, puts it up, no good. Rebound comes down to the Flyers. Flyers can cut into a 7-point lead here. Niekamp goes inside, cut off there by Herzog, long range, there it is. Mitchell Ranley. Flyers 3 out of 4 from behind the arc here, and this quarter they pulled it within 4 points.
Close that gap.
Top, no good. Rebound. Paul, shot no good.
And Local got some shots to drop within that offense.
A basket here would really tighten things up.
Let's just send it over there for a post touch.
And that's what they tried to do. Herzog will be guilty of the foul, though, and that's going to be his second.
That last little Botkins, number 24, Jordan Herzog. That's his second and team
A bounce pass might have been a little bit more effective there. They did draw the foul.
Everman will inbound it. Ranley has it.
Cross screen for Niekamp to get him on that block.
Dosick double teamed on the baseline. That'll be a Flyer turn. Oh, right back up and in. And two teams exchange turnovers. And boy, a big miscue there by the Trojans. 18-16. Flora jumper shot no good. Outside three, shot no good. That would have given the Flyers the lead. Looking inside, good defensive play. Turnover number 2 in the quarter for Botkins. See who the foul is on.
Kind of offensive.
That's a third on Coleman. So Cale Arns will come in. So does Kyle Oddie.
The official really didn't give us any clear sign there, did he?
No, he did not, but there's no doubt who he was looking at.
Right.
And that's a full time out charge to Botkins. That's their first charge.
4:09 to go in the first half on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard. We've got a timeout brought to you by Precision Strip. Trojans take the timeout. They've seen their lead shrink to 2 points. Our score, Botkins 18, Marion Local 16. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports. Botkins takes the timeout. Flyers are on an 8-0 run. If I got my numbers right, it was 18-8. As Dosick goes to the baseline, and he'll draw the foul, and that's going to be on number 22, Mitchell Ranley, who has come off the bench and really given the Flyers a lift. He's hit a couple of shots here in the second quarter. Flyers only 2 out of 9 in the first quarter. Botkins 5 out of 15. Inbounds pass for Top. And
taken away.
Going to be off his fingertips. And Trojans unofficially have 3 turnovers here in the second quarter. And they played a first quarter without a turnover. So 3 possessions have swung Marion Local's way as they have pulled to within 2 points and have a chance to either tie it or take the lead. Everman with the basketball. Into the lane goes Kramer, up and in, and we are tied with 3:48 to go.
It's a design clear out for Kramer.
They'll toss it back over to Paul. Meyer with it. This looks like the Trojans have suddenly gotten out of sync on offense.
Yeah.
Part of that might be the Marion Local defense, too.
They have Marion Local has picked it up a little bit, the defensive pressure.
Meyer for 3. He'll connect. J.J. Meyer puts his team up by 3. Meyer 30% from behind the arc, and Cruz on that. Out front it goes to Ranley. He'll connect.
Good driving kick.
Ranley 3 for 3 in this quarter, and we're tied at 21 all. Into the lane, Dosick turnaround, he gets it.
He's really strong at finishing down there when he drives the basketball.
Dosick 4 out of 6 from the field with 8 points. Everman tried to dump it off to Arns, but it'll go out of bounds. Marion Local will maintain the basketball.
Marion Local's trying to beat that pressure by hitting it high up the court and then sending the guard hard through the middle of the pressure.
See who the foul will be against. It's going to go against Colin Dosick.
Number 1, Colin Dosick,
that's his first, team's second here in the quarter.
Into the game for Marion Local.
Kyle Otte into the lineup as Kramer goes out.
Looks like it's
Inbounds
going to be a
pass.
flex cut, yep. So they're immediately into a flex out of bounds. It seems to be a pretty popular thing for teams nowadays.
Brantley finally misses the shot. Dosick will handle it for Botkins. First National Bank Think First scoreboard, 2:20 to play, first half of action.
Flyers picked up the defense a little bit, and I think right now Botkins, they've got to start cutting a little harder.
Meyer will dish it off to Paul for 3. Shot no good. Flora with a rebound. Tries to get in position. He'll toss it away, though.
Second back in for Marion Local, number 15, Grant Kramer.
Grant Kramer will come back into the lineup. 5'11" sophomore, averaging 10.3 points per game.
That's part of what Botkins wants to do, Dave, is pick up early. Don't let Marion Local get into the rhythm of their offense. So that was a nice down screen seal by Niekamp.
Mitchell Ranley puts the Flyers into the lead for the first time tonight at 24-23. Botkins playing behind. Almost lost the basketball. Top will pick it up. Meyer has it.
Kind of stop moving the basketball from side to side is what happens with Botkins here. A little more dribble penetration.
Paul feeds Flora, puts it up, and he'll be fouled by Niekamp.
It was a good drive and nice little find on the post.
Number 23, Austin Niekamp. That's his second. And team's third.
Niekamp second, team's third, and Grant Flora will step to the free throw line. He'll connect. Flora 7 out of 11 from the line. This is the second one.
More arc on that basketball.
Game is tied at 24 all on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Inside Niekamp. Flora's going to be guilty of the push.
So that's the second time they've come down the floor, Marion Local, and Niekamp has set a down screen immediately into a post seal. They got a pretty good look.
Ranley with the basketball, puts it on the floor. Dosick had a hand on it. Everman will save it, but it's going to be over and back. Fifth turnover in the half for Marion Local. 51.6 seconds. Herzog will come back in for Botkins as Flora goes out.
Out of bounds. That'll stay at Botkins basketball.
Flyers will toss it in. Meyer will have it. Meyer into the lane. Boy, that's a charge. Oh, it's going to be a block.
He was going in pretty hard. It seems like the side-to-side movement's not quite as good as what it was when we opened the game up, and it's a lot more dribble penetration for Botkins.
Foul goes against Otte. Inbounds pass to Herzog. I thought Otte was there, but apparently not. It's not the call that was made. Out front is Dosick. Dosick back over to Paul. Clock coming up to 34. Herzog easy. Paul with the assist. 2-point Botkins lead.
Kind of on the transition defense there for Botkins. They didn't quite know who had who right there.
Noah Top with the foul. That'll be his first. Fourth team foul. We've got 21.8 seconds left. Herzog will go back out. Kind of guarding him. He's got 2 fouls here. Don't want him to get the third foul before the half ends. Otte with it. Back out front to Kramer. Everman with it. Flyers will look like they're going to try and go for the final shot.
Just get into that. That's a clear out again for him.
Kramer puts it up. And he'll be guilty of the charge. So that'll bring Cale Arntz back into the lineup. The freshman will come in as Flyers watching the foul situation. Also, Braden Mesher, sophomore, is going to see his first action of tonight's varsity game.
Yep. He's got time.
At the buzzer, Meyer, shot no good. And our first half is over. It's been a dandy. Botkins 26, Marion Local 24. Flyers come alive in quarter number 2. Wipe out that double-digit first quarter lead by the Botkins Trojans. Halftime score, Botkins 26, Marion Local 24. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Back here at Botkins, the Trojans up by 2 over Marion Local. Here on NK Telco Sports, I'm Dave Counselor with Rich Bensman. Take a look at these numbers here at halftime, Rich. All brought to you by Grand Lake Health Systems. And, you know, a little bit of night and day between quarter number 1 and quarter number 2. Unofficially, the Trojans, I have them at 10 out of 25 from the field, 3 out of 8 from behind the arc, and a couple of free throws. They hit 1 out of 2. Now, Marion Local, on the other hand, 9 out of 19 after a 2 out of 9 first quarter, but they hit 7 out of 10 shots in the second quarter, 6 out of 12 from behind the arc, which is a great figure at 50%, but the story of this second quarter is Mitchell Ranley. Mitchell hit 3 threes and a deuce, so he was 4 out of 5, scored all of his 11 points in that quarter to really bring the Flyers right back into this one.
Yeah, they're shooting the ball well because they're getting good looks at the basket in that offense that they're running. They're getting pretty good open looks like elbow extended area. But both coaches stress rebounding in their keys to the game. And right now, I would say Botkins is doing a better job on the boards than Marion Local is.
Yeah, and when you take a look at the numbers, that certainly bears that out. It's a 21-9 edge by Botkins, which in a sense it's a little surprising. But the fact that Jack Kanapke is not playing tonight because what appears to be an injury, that's the difference. That's one of the big differences in this contest as far as the boards are concerned. Flyers have really, like you said, 7 out of 10 from the field, really corrected the shooting problem they had in that first quarter. It'll be interesting to see how this develops in quarter number 3. What do you think is going to happen, Rich?
Well, I'll tell you what, you see if Botkins get a little bit more side-to-side movement as well within their offense, along with that dribble penetration. But Botkins can't continue to let Marion Local come down and just execute and run through that offense they have and get the kind of looks that they're getting. So if I'm Botkins, I'm trying to disrupt that action.
So let's see how the third quarter unfolds. Our halftime stats brought to you by Grand Lake Health Systems. Marion Local with the basketball first. That'll be a turnover by the Flyers. Flyer turnover number 6. And we'll exchange turnovers. 4 turnovers so far for Botkins. Inside it goes Niekamp. Turnaround jumper is good. Boy, just a nice shot right there by Austin Niekamp.
A really good form. It's a really nice turnaround.
He's got 5 points, and we're tied at 26. Herzog.
Tied up there. We're going to have a little bit more movement. Job by Ryland Paul getting open. That's a good backdoor cut, but I don't know where to go with it.
Trojans will turn it over. Boy, Meyer going up against the tall guy. There was no... Yeah, thought he maybe traveled there, but...
Maybe could have thought about maybe a floater at that moment, but he was looking to pass the basketball on that drive.
Everman with it in the corner. He'll get it back out front. Adi with it. Niekamp working on Herzog. Niekamp handles it. Back out front it comes to Kramer.
A little bit different offensive look here by Marion Local. Kind of a motion offense.
Open 3, shot no good by Kramer. Outside 3 by Everman is good.
Talk about rebounding the basketball and giving yourself a chance for second chance points right there.
Rebound goes long. Flyers get the rebound, and Everman gets the big shot. Flyers up by 3, and Botkins loses it out of bounds. 29-26 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Marion Local with a 3-point lead. Just amazing how these games have their own lives of their own. We would not be sitting here thinking that Marion would have a 3-point lead after the first quarter that they played.
Yeah, and you talk about that. Sometimes each game has a life of its own. Sometimes each half has a life of its own.
On the baseline is Paul back out to Herzog. Steps behind the arc for 3. Shot no good, but Paul gets the rebound and gets fouled.
Really crafty offensive rebound by Paul. No one really looked to turn to block him out. He just went really hard to the backside of the basket.
At the line shooting 2 for the Trojans is number 2,
Ryland Paul steps to the free throw line. 18 out of 23 on the season, 78%. And he continues expert shooting.
Back into the game for Marion Local, number 22, Mitchell Ranley.
Mitchell Ranley comes back into the lineup for the Flyers. As we said, he had 11 second quarter points.
He really gave him a boost off the bench.
Second free throw is good by Paul. 1-point Marion Local lead. Niekamp. Back over to Everman. Daniel Everman. He'll bring it across the court. Kyle Adi back out front. Mitchell Ranley.
Back into this offense that they had the first half.
Ranley gets it back over to Coleman. Coleman back in the lineup with 3 fouls. Adi crashes inside, but he'll draw the foul. It's going to go against Colin Nosek, his second. Team's first. Fact.
Kind of bailed him out, I think, on that shot a little bit.
Braden Mesher will come in.
At the line for Marion Local, number 12, Kyle Adi.
Adi will connect on the free
throw. Checking in for the Flyers, number 32, Braden Mesher.
Second free throw, no good. Lenhart with a rebound.
Good team block out there by Botkins.
All the way down. Dosik's shot doesn't fall. Flyers will grab the rebound. Niekamp, Adi. Everman. Niekamp.
A post touch with Niekamp here.
Mesher with it. Back out front, Everman. Flyers moving the ball. Niekamp's going to take it inside. Nice move. Shot doesn't go. Ranley with the follow-up rebound.
I would imagine maybe offensive rebounding might have been stressed at halftime by Coach Bedemoller.
Timeout on the floor. It'll be Botkins. Ranley's bucket makes it Marion Local 32, Botkins 28. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
All timeouts this season brought to you by Precision Strip. Botkins takes the timeout. Rich down by 4. First part of the third quarter not shaping up the way the Trojans would like it.
No, and I think he probably, Marion Local's going to the offensive boards a little harder this half, so that's probably why he called the timeout, stressed that a little bit. So that was a decent drive. It was just couldn't handle it a little bit there.
See who the foul is on.
That's how it's called Marion Local, number 12, Kyle Adi. That's his first.
See what they run here out of bounds. And that's going to be a,
Inside it goes Lenhart. He'll kick it to the corner. Herzog. Herzog's 3 in and out.
Now on the flip side, Botkins has gotten themselves a couple of offensive rebounds for some second chance plays.
Andrew Pullman will come back into the lineup for Marion Local. Paul with it to Dosick. Dosick in the lane. There's Herzog. Dosick again. Turnaround jumper is there.
Real good body control there. They had a pretty decent flare screen set up for the guy in the corner on that possession.
Dosick into double figures with 10 points. Marion Local lead at 2 points. Ranley handling the basketball. Adi. Everman over to the right side. They'll go left. Ranley gets it inside to Niekamp. Niekamp trying to work on Herzog. Nice move up and in.
That was a great spin move. Good footwork on that move.
Niekamp with 7 points. Marion Local lead at 4. Paul back over to Herzog. Herzog into the lane. Nice move. Puts it up and in.
Good drive right, spin back left, and a good use of the left hand.
Adi gets it up towards the Niekamp. Now Everman across the timeline. 2 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Third quarter action. Herzog on Niekamp. Niekamp going to the baseline. Shot no good. Rebound for the Trojans. Out front, Herzog. Dosick in the corner, guarded by Adi. Dosick goes inside, shoots the pass to top, pull up jumper, no good. Got a whistle, a break in the action. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. That's a full timeout. Taken by Marion Local. We'll remind you that tonight's game will be replayed on NK Telco Cable or the NKT.TV app on channel 154. January the 10th at 6 p.m. Channel 159 on January the 11th at 6 p.m. and channel 3 and 503 on January 23rd at 12 p.m. and January 24th at 4 p.m. You can also watch games live pay-per-view through nktelco.com/sports and more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's game: Carriage Works, Chiltech LLC, Cy Schreedem and Dickman Supply, Elmwood Assisted Care, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Securecom, Butts Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Brown Equipment, Shelby County Veteran Services, St. Henry Bank, and WCSM Radio. Flyers take the timeout this time. What do you think Coach Guttermiller told us?
We're going to find out. We're going to see what he drew up. I think he drew up a set here to get a bucket. Well,
outside shot, no good. The rebound comes down to Botkins. Kramer had the look and took the three, but off target.
Yeah, I think that was kind of drawn up for him, too, to come off that down screen.
Botkins can tie it up with a field goal. Three-pointer sends him into the lead. Call baseline.
So he stepped out of bounds.
Turnover by the Trojans. That's their fourth of this quarter. They had 3 in the first half, so that's 7 total. They average about 10 on the season. Both teams average about 10 turnovers per game. Marion Local is sitting at 6, so right on average there.
Marion Local's using Niekamp as kind of a pressure release guy for that full court pressure that Botkins is applying.
Inside Niekamp. Going to be a block. That's going to be on Herzog. And that's going to be his third.
That foul called Botkins, number 24, Jordan Herzog. That's his third. He's second at the line.
So Grant Flora will come in for Botkins, and so will Kyle Oddie. I think Ryan Holman's going to see some action here from Marion Local here in a moment as Coach Kirk Guttermiller sends him to the scorer's table as Niekamp will shoot the free throws. Minute 32 to go in the quarter. Nice soft touch, finds the right roll.
Marion Local, the other thing that they're doing this half is trying to get the ball inside a little bit more than Niekamp. I think, firstly, Botkins needs to not let it go in a post touch too easy because he's pretty good down there.
Niekamp, 12 out of 20 on the season, make it 13 out of 21. He has 9 points so far in tonight's game. Inside the lane, Dosick. Back over to Flora, out front Paul. Resets and he'll draw the foul, or Everman will foul him and he'll go to the line. Looking at a 4-point Marion Local lead on that first National Bank Think First scoreboard.
Daniel Everman, that's his first.
Everman's first.
Contending that he was passing the basketball. And the contention is going to be rewarded.
Inbounds pass to Flora. Minute 19 to go, third quarter action. Top, nice move inside. Shot doesn't fall, and Niekamp clears the board.
That was a good drive.
36-32, Marion Local can give himself a little bit of breathing room.
And once again, they want to get the ball down to Niekamp.
Flora steps in front, but when he did, he pushed Niekamp.
He's doing a great job posting up down there with his body, staying nice and wide. If they wanted the three-quarter front that, he should have been around a little quicker, or sooner, I should say. There, that's a better job defensively.
Niekamp for three, shot no good. Flora with the rebound.
They love those flare screens for people in the corner.
They keep shooting them, and Noah Top hits one, and it's a one-point game. Noah Top against Russia was lights out. 5 out of 6. That one really tipped the scale for the Trojans.
Botkins trying to pick up the defensive pressure a little bit here. See if he can get around the post.
Myers guards him, dishes it off, but that's going to be a turnover. A turnover back. Everman's shot will count.
Botkins, number 1, Colin Dorsack, that's his third. And he scored.
Everman will get the basket.
Number 4, Daniel Everman.
That makes it 3 points. Everman will go for the free throw. Boy, two teams, kind of a wild exchange here. Everman will connect.
Yeah, Ryan Paul did a great job of getting to that defensive board. They just tried to get rid of it a little bit too quickly and too early.
So the lead is 4 points at the buzzer, and that's going to be it. Final seconds of this one favor Marion Local Flyers. 39, Botkins 35. You're watching high school basketball on MK Telco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
Botkins has the basketball to start the fourth quarter. They trail by 4 points.
Well, Marion Local's showing really hard on that ball screen.
Dosey had the opening, but Niekamp had the angle.
If Botkins could turn it real quick after that ball screen to the wing, they probably would have the rolling guy to the bucket.
Herzog shot no good. Rebound comes down to the Flyers. Everman into the lane. Nice move. Shot doesn't go. Niekamp, or rather, Ranley with the shot. Niekamp crashes the board. That'll be a jump ball. Flyer basketball. That's a hard 30 seconds of basketball we've just seen to start the fourth quarter.
Marion Local's doing a much better job on the offensive boards than what they were the first half.
See what the Flyers can do. The largest lead right now for the Flyers has been 4 points. Botkins, on the other hand, early in this game led by 10 points. Inside Niekamp. Ball tipped. Trojans trying to take advantage. Some good defensive play. There it is.
There's that flare screen. That's nice action.
Rylan Paul with a big three. He's got 10 points on the night. Everman across the timeline. 1 point contest. Ranley back over to Adi.
I want to try to get a post touch again here.
Niekamp, Herzog, boy, just banging away at it.
Yeah. Doubled down with the same side guard.
Pullman. Ranley's over to the right side. Paul's guarding him. Soft pass inside Niekamp, trying to make a move. He finds an open Pullman. Pullman dumps it off. Nice pass inside to Ranley. Missed it, but got his own rebound and puts it up and in.
I mean, that's been the difference, I think, from the first half to the second half for the Marion Local Flyers is second chance points because they're going to the offensive boards a little harder.
Well, they have more rebounds in the second half than they did in the first.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Simple stat, but that tells the story.
Yeah.
Because we've got 6 minutes to play in this game. Paul in trouble. He'll get it to Dosick, back out to Meyer. Back over to Dosick. Herzog rolls to the corner. Dosick fires to Meyer for 3. Shot no good. Niekamp with a rebound. And there's going to be a foul in the backcourt. It's going to be on Meyer. Much to the disbelief of the local folks.
Thought he maybe got a clean look at it from behind. Rick Pitino used to actually on the press teach that. Go by, let him go by, you flip it from behind.
And that would have been an example of that same practice right there. Got a timeout on the floor. Timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's game, Carriage Works, Chiltech LLC, Cy Schreederman, Dickman Supply, Elmwood Assisted Care, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, Minster Bank, Knoxville Supply, SecureCom, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Brown Equipment, Shelby County Veteran Services, St. Henry Bank, and WCSM Radio. Timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. 30-second break in the action, and it's a 3-point game. Coming down to 5:35 to go on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Thanks for joining us here on NK Telco Sports. Dave Helmstetter, Rich Benson alongside. Very interesting, hard-fought match here today.
There's that same action, cross screen into a down screen from Marion Local out of a box set.
Lob inside, Herzog comes out, tips it away.
Much better job of getting around at that time and not letting him just post seal him. There's that flare screen.
Paul,
no short.
Going to be a little bit short. Top, no good. Tried to put it up. Marion Local with the board. Niekamp inside. Herzog pleading his case, but to no avail, and with 5:03, that's foul number 4. So let's see what Coach Phil Groves does. He'll send in Graham Flora.
For Marion Local, number 24, Andrew Coleman. And back in for the Trojans, number 34, Graham Flora.
Ranley.
Doing a good job. He's got to get around, and Niekamp's doing a good job sealing.
Ranley's going to lose it. He'll tip it back in, but he's going to be out of bounds. Flyers will have the turnover. They've had 5 here in the second half, 5 in the first, so that was their 10th turnover. Two teams are we're at a tipping point here. We're kind of stuck at 41-38.
Yeah, Botkins' last trip down the floor had a couple of good looks at it, but just couldn't get the basket to fall.
Here comes Dosick. Ranley's going to guard him.
Watch him make hard heads pretty hard.
Top will have it. Now Meyer. Arms on him. Meyer goes to the lane, and I think that's going to be on Adi. And that's going to be on Arns.
Marion Local shows really hard on those ball screens. And that was kind of a late drive, kind of hesitation drive after they were trying to all recover back from the ball screen action.
That came for the Flyers, number 4, Daniel Everman, and number 23, Austin Niekamp.
Meyer 8 for 12 on the season at the line. Misses it. Flyers on the rebound. 3-point difference. Into the lane goes Kramer. Back out to Ranley.
Trying to be patient. They want to get the basketball back on the block to Niekamp again eventually.
out front, Top with slap.
That was kind of after the basketball already changed to 4.
Inbounds pass to Niekamp. Botkins has 3 fouls already here in the 4th quarter. 4 minutes to go. Everman, Meyer on him.
Being very deliberate and patient right now, Marion Local is.
They'll get it to the left side, and Ranley. It's going to be a foul on Top. And that's 4th foul of the quarter. And Top picks up his 3rd, so Top with 3, Herzog with 4.
Pretty sure it was on the floor, yep.
Everman will inbound it. Into Niekamp it goes. Kramer has it.
They're going to try to get him.
Everman.
Close touch there with Niekamp.
They collapse on Niekamp and will draw the foul. Botkins bench wants a travel, but I think it's going to be a foul.
Yeah. Botkins fans aren't very happy right below us. We got to be ready for that spin of Niekamp, so he'll take it.
They're going to call a travel. They'll reverse it. And you can see Kurt Cuttermiller is livid on the sidelines.
He kind of uses that crab dribble to go inside, spins back baseline, so you got to be ready for that spin. That's nice.
Fire for 3. Shot doesn't go. Flora with a rebound. Tell you, J.J. Meyer connects on that one, and that would have brought the house down.
Yeah. It was a good drive. To drive into the paint and then just a flip kick back out. A little flex action out of the out of bounds.
Dosick back over to Meyer. Still just a 2-point game. Botkins need good possession here. Will tie it. Dosick into the lane. Shot no good. Rebound tipped out to Top.
Good patience with it.
Top shot no good. Niekamp tips it. Ball's on the floor now. Possession will go to the Flyers.
Botkins just couldn't get one to drop. Here comes Niekamp. So they took Niekamp away that time for that pressure release.
Everman with the basketball. He handles it left side. Out front is Kramer.
Wow.
Kramer will get the charge call. Ball moves a little closer, doesn't he, Coach?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that was kind of what Marion Local needed at that time as far as on that drive. I think they could have been a little more patient and got a little bit better look.
And it's Kramer's 4th foul. He comes into tonight's game averaging a little over 10 points. So, 2-point difference. Marion Local with the lead. See how this develops. Yet another possession for Botkins. An opportunity to tie or take the lead. Meyer in trouble. Now Dosick has it. There it is. Flora wide open.
Yeah.
Dosick will shoot it. Flora hustles after it, gets the rebound. He puts it up and in. What an effort by Graham Flora.
You see on that screen how hard Marion Local hedges it. That roller, if he dives to the basket quick, as you saw on that possession, he's wide open.
Flora somehow gets that offensive rebound and basket. Our score, Botkins 41, Marion Local 41. Timeout brought to you by Precision Strip. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports. Timeout on the floor. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go. We're tied at 41. Now, what does Marion Local discuss on the sideline here, Rich?
I think they're going to see. Now, watch Niekamp try to flash for the ball for pressure release. They'll send the guard. That'll take that away. Botkins should take that away.
I think they're trying to do just that.
Yep. And then the guard. So I think they're going to probably want to try to get a post touch with Niekamp.
Well, let's find out. Everman looking inside. There it is. Niekamp puts it up. He'll draw the foul. And he'll go to the free throw line. It's going to be on Flora.
Botkins number 34, Grant Flora. That's his fourth. Team's fifth.
That's Flora's fourth, but more importantly, it's the team's fifth. So with 1:57, the Flyers are shooting a couple no matter what. I'll tell you, Austin Niekamp's doing the job at the free throw line. Not a lot of scoring going on here in this final quarter.
No, it's like you said, at around 41-38, we kind of had a standstill.
Second free throw is right there. Niekamp's had quite a second half. He's 4 for 4 at the line, and that is critical so far in this one for the Flyers.
Get the other guy out of the post.
And Jordan Herzog is back into the lineup, number 24. Top back over to Dosick. Clock coming up on 1:30. First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Herzog to Meyer. Meyer.
Trying to drive. There's already someone posting up right there.
There's Paul. And he connects. Ryland Paul knocks it home, and Botkins has a 1-point lead. Clock come on a minute to go. They want it over and back. Play defense.
Post touch here last minute to Niekamp.
Under a minute we go. Everman. Ranley. Niekamp.
Good.
Coleman. Whistle. That's going to be on Herzog. That's going to be his fifth. 42 seconds to play, and Herzog fouls out.
At the line shooting 2 for the Flyers, number 23, Austin Niekamp.
He had 7 points, but his size still very important with the play of Niekamp inside.
He did a nice job, Austin Niekamp, that time, of dishing it back out and then resealing and posting down a little bit lower.
Second free throw, no good. Rebound. Dosick. Foul immediately.
55 is what Coach Palmer is calling, so this is a full court press. They're going to face guard. See what Botkins does here.
4 fouls.
Got to send someone long so you don't let anybody poach on you.
Dosick. Ranley reaches, and Dosick is fouled.
That's our score. Marion Local, number 22, Mitchell Ranley. That's his second. Team's fifth. Shooting 2 for the Trojans, number 1, Colin Dosek.
Dosek steps to the line.
A little short, but he got the roll.
The roll goes his way.
Into the game for Marion Local
He's
number
got 11.
15, Grant Kramer.
Second one's good. Dosek almost a 90% free throw shooter. Botkins, 3-point lead. Sit back, folks, right here on NK Telco Sports. Kramer wants to shoot it. Into the lane he goes. He'll draw the foul. This time it will be on Rylan Paul. As Adi will return to the lineup. Cale Arns, freshman, will also be coming back in a moment. Grant Kramer will shoot the free throws.
Missed it.
That's 3 straight misses by the Flyers, and boy, in a tight game like this, Rich, that's not good news.
If you're Botkins, and you want to block out on this one so they don't get the rebound.
Top and Flora dig in. Free throw is good. Timeout.
That's a 30-second timeout.
Marion Local.
Well, they're going to come back out probably in a full court press. Marion Local is. Botkins has got to be careful for when people are denying you that heavy and face guarding you. If you send someone deep, all right, that's going to be harder for them to kind of what I used to always call poach on the ball. They're so far away from it because, you know, you're sending people deep, you're keeping people honest. So we'll see. I used to have a center fielder is what I called it, where the guy taking the ball out of bounds would actually stand at half court and everybody else would switch and deny to try to get a 5-second.
24.9 seconds on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Noah Top will inbound it. He can run the baseline. So
they're 1-4 cross. They're going to have someone go deep. Yep.
Flora goes deep. In trouble. Gets it in barely. Dosek. Got a 10-second count, and I think Botkins called timeout. I think that's a wise timeout, too, because
they were coming over to run a jump. I don't know if Dosek had his head up or not. It would have been interesting.
So we'll keep it right here. Remind you that timeouts are brought to you by Precision Strip. So now, Botkins' strategy here on the inbounds. Where will they inbound it? I guess is the first thing.
On the side, I think.
Should be on the side, so.
That's one of the first things I'm asking.
That makes it a little bit easier for the Trojans. They're going back to underneath the basket.
Yeah, so I hope.
Now that's a rule that's a little different than college basketball.
Well, yeah, well, college women. They get advanced up, you know, to half court.
So the inbounds pass will take place under the Marion Local basket. We have 20.7 seconds remaining.
So they're taking the inbounder and they're guarding Dosek. So they're face guarding, 2 to guard him. It's a good cut by Rylan Paul.
And the foul, Everman will foul Paul and he'll go to the line.
So they put Rylan at the half court, and so they were face guarding Dosek and denying him the basketball. That was a really good hard cut by Rylan Paul.
So Paul will go to the free throw line. 13 points on the night for Paul. Chance to add to that.
Short.
Doesn't happen very often. As
number 15, Grant
Paul misses the free throw. Comes the second one.
Got that one.
So 47-44, 3-point lead. Everman up court.
Get on the ball, a little flip up, a little flip behind.
Player control foul. Everman picks up his 3rd foul. As 14 seconds remain.
Got to get the ball in bounds. Marion Local's going to face guard Dosick again with two guys. So somebody's going to have to make a hard cut. There it is to the ball.
Meyer had to cut, but Dosick will get it, and he'll get fouled immediately by Cale Arns. Meyer made a good cut towards the ball. I thought for a moment that's where the ball was going to go.
Yeah. That's a pretty decent strategy for Marion Local, though, to take the inbounder and face guard Dosick, but he was open, be able to get open.
Dosick will connect.
Back into the game for the Flyers, number 23, Austin Niekamp, and number 15, Grant Kramer.
Botkins averages about
6 lane violation right there. Yeah.
Oh my.
Coach wanted them all to get back, but by that time they already handed him the ball, and the guy kind of left the lane.
Major turnover there. Everman's going to let him go in for the layup. He'll score.
Everman. And that's a full timeout charge to Marion Local.
So the timeout, Marion Local. We'll take a break. Our score 48-46 Botkins. In the final seconds of this one, you're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
48-46, 2-point Botkins lead. Marion Local plotting the strategy here on the Trojans inbounds play.
5.9 seconds, so they're going to, again, they're taking two guys to face guard Dosick, so as before, someone's going to have make a hard cut to the basketball.
Meyer went deep, was open. I don't know if they have timeouts, do they?
They do now. They just took one, so they must have.
That's a 30-second timeout charge to Botkins.
None left for Botkins. Boy, I thought for a moment they were out of timeouts. Meyer was wide open on the long play.
Yeah.
Nobody even picked him up.
And that's
because the pressure was up front.
Right, and that's why you send someone long. But I think he was a little bit maybe timid in throwing that pass, and maybe, well intended that he was. But that last cut on the side here, if he would have went to the ball, he actually cut up the sideline, and if he had cut to the basketball, I think he'd have been open. That's what they got to do. So they're going to have to, I don't know what the timeout situation is.
As long as somebody makes contact with the throw in.
Yeah, so somebody's going to, there's that deep pass.
Dosick.
Got to go to it. There it is.
Back to Dosick, and there's the foul by Mitchell Ranley.
So once again, they've taken away Dosick in the first cutting action. It was the second cutting action in which he got free both times.
And Dosick will step to the free throw line. Not making it easy on themselves.
No. And 5 seconds is an eternity to take the ball.
And Marion will take a timeout, a full timeout.
That's a full timeout.
So we're going to develop even further strategy. 48-46. Okay, let's kind of walk through this. We don't get an opportunity to have this kind of game very often. The timeout's brought to you by Precision Strip. I think everybody now is out of timeouts. We got 5 seconds left. Dosick has one and a 2-point lead. So the strategy for Marion Local is somehow to get a 3-point shot off.
Depending on what happens on this free throw.
Correct.
Right? Yeah.
So if you're, do you set up two options?
Well, we had So we had a lot of things, we call it special situations in our practice. So you've already practiced something, you know, so you didn't have to draw it up for the first time and then in the huddle. So we used our kind of our practice time, and in that time frame we call it special situations. So I'm sure they've worked on some things in practice where, you know, they have the options of both.
And Dosick, who shoots at a high percentage level, odds are that he should make this, so late in the game, you just never know about things. He's got 13, make it 14. He regroups and hits net.
Here it goes.
Here comes Everman across the timeline. Three is, it hits the iron and bounces out. Grant Kramer had a pretty good look at it. Not far off, but it's a tough loss for the Marion Local Flyers. And the Botkins Trojans get to enjoy a close victory on their home floor against Marion Local Flyers. So, nice win for Botkins, who led by 10 in the first part of the contest in the first quarter, then lost the lead, and then really Marion Local for most of the game had a small lead.
It looked like they were running through Marion Local was running their offense a little bit better than Botkins. Botkins kind of in that second half kind of had a little stall out kind of period in there where they couldn't score, but then they picked it up at the end, and that was a real good kind of exclamation mark, I guess, for the conclusion of the game.
And we're going to take a break. We'll come back and give you our final statistics here. Our score, Botkins 49, Marion Local 46. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
We are here and here and here. Mr. Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Mr. Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Back here at Botkins, the Botkins Athletic Complex. Dave Helmstetter, Rich Bensman. Great high school basketball game. Trojans pull out a 3-point lead over Marion Local, 49-36. Of course, Marion Local playing shorthanded. One of their starters, Jack Kanapke, with a knee injury. Kanapke, obviously an all-league performer at a high level, but nonetheless, this was a good high school basketball game. And we saw Botkins jump out to the big lead early, and you really thought that it was going to be their night. And then Marion Local came back. Mitchell Ranley, 11 points in that second quarter, brought them back offensively. And then it was really just a matter of who made their free throws at the end, in a sense.
Yeah, Ranley came in and gave him a little spark off the bench, you know, added a little depth to Marion Local squad when he came in and scored those 11. But both teams are really, I think, really well-coached teams.
And we take a look at our post-game statistics brought to you by Grand Lake Health Systems, unofficial, of course, for taking a look at the shooting stats. Marion Local 16 out of 40 overall, 2 out of 7 in that last quarter, and 7 out of 20 in the second half. They were 7 out of 17 from behind the arc, and at the free throw line, they only missed 3 free throws. They were 8 out of 11, all those free throws coming in the second half. But it seemed like the 3 that they missed were all at, the critical times, unfortunately for them. You take a look at Botkins, 16 out of 43 from the field, 6 out of 17 from behind the arc, and 8 out of 12 from the free throw line, which is exactly what they shoot during the season. Individual scoring, Colin Dosick and Rylan Paul both had 14 points each for Botkins. Jordan Herzog had 7. Grant Flora came off the bench for Botkins with 5. J.J. Meyer had 4. Russell Lenhart had 2. And Noah Top had 3 points, a three-pointer in the third quarter for the Trojans. And for Marion Local, Daniel Everman finished with a very nice game, solid second half. He had 10 points overall, and Austin Niekamp, we mentioned him numerous times, as Flyers in the second half especially tried to get the ball inside to him. He finished with 11 points.
Yeah, he's got some really good, strong post moves. He likes to kind of bring you in with the dribble to the middle of the floor, and then you know he's spinning back baseline, and it's a really good, strong move.
Andrew Pullman had 6, Grant Kramer had 3, and Kyle Oddie had a point for the Flyers scoring in this one. Marion Local falls to 3-5 on the season. Botkins, on the other hand, continues their winning way. They up their record to 9-1 on the season. And they'll play a very good Parkway team Saturday night here. Parkway is off to a great start. Marion Local trying to make up some games from the football run that they're so accustomed to. They will play at home against New Knoxville on Friday. And, of course, our player of the game, brought to you by NK Telco. Our player of the game is Colin Dosick. Just a steady performance, but I think in the critical parts of this game,
he got open twice on the press there. When they face guarded him originally, that original cut wasn't there, but then 2 times he made the cut after the cutting action occurred with everyone else to get the basketball in his hands.
And little things mean a lot in a 49-46 Botkins win. I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's game: First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, Grand Lake Health Systems, and NK Telco. Scoreboard sponsor, First National Bank. Keys to the game, Keyhole Pizza. Timeout sponsor, Precision Strip, Player of the Game, brought to you by NK Telco. And our mid and post-game statistics, all brought to you by Grand Lake Health Systems. Other sponsors for tonight's game: Carriage Works, Chiltech LLC, Cy Schwederman, Dickman Supply, Elmwood Assisted Care, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, SecureCom, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Crown Equipment, Shelby County Veteran Services, St. Henry Bank, and WCSM Radio. Also, tonight's game will be replayed on NK Telco Cable or the NKT.TV app on Channel 154 on January the 10th at 6 p.m., Channel 159 on January the 11th at 6 p.m., and on Channels 3 and 503 on January 23rd at 12 p.m. and January 24th at 4 p.m. You can also watch games live via pay-per-view through nktelco.com/sports, and more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. Botkins a winner, 49-46. I'm Dave Helmstetter. With me tonight, Rich Bensman. Thanks for joining us. You have been watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.